Okay, so on my arrival home, I was hearing about that. I had heard that Mitch McConnell says he doesn't have the votes to stop witnesses. And we all know what he mean by that. We all know that he means that he can't whip Susan Collins, Lisa Murkowski, and Mitt Romney into shape. Why do we put up with these folks? Why do we put up with the Romneys, McCaskey, and it's always these three? And if it wasn't these three, it was always them two and John McCain, and sometimes Lindsey Graham. Why do we put up with them, y'all? People in Alaska, in Ohio, Arizona, and Maine. Why do we put up? Why do y'all force them on us? Huh? Do they not have any worthy opponents in the primaries? I'm just confused. I don't know what the heck is going on. I can't deal with this stuff no more. They too were in Collins' case, she too worried about getting a strong Democratic challenger. She don't want to lose independent voters or whatever. You screwing us Republican voters by trying to go after these independent voters. You worrying about these independent voters while you need to be worried about the Republican voters that you pushing away. And I'm tired of y'all. I'm tired of Collins, McCaskey. What the hell she got going on? What is going on with her? Alaska is a Republican state. Well, she just doing it to be spiteful. That's all. She a grumpy old lady. She look like a grumpy old lady. And she just mean and spiteful. Y'all spiting your own darn party, and for what? What do y'all get out of this? Y'all wanting John Bolton to testify. He can't give you no more than what we already know. John Bolton can't add to this story. There's nothing he can. And I used to love me some John Bolton. I did. I don't know what the heck done happened to him. I don't. But that's who they want to hear from. They want to hear from John Bolton. Why? Why y'all want to hear from this man? What he gonna add that's gonna change anything? They should have been trying to hear from him in the House. Your purpose in this fiasco is to decide guilty or not guilty on the evidence you have, on the evidence that was presented to you. John Bolton was not presented to you. They didn't call John Bolton in the House, so there is no good reason why you need him in the Senate. Y'all talk about we must got something to hide because we don't want to hear. No, we don't want this bullshit stuff to keep going on. And that's what it seems like y'all want to do, is to keep the bull stuff going on. We're tired of it. And it's because of Republicans like that that we will never get a break from this stuff. This is why you have people like me running in these races. These lesser known candidates. That people look over because they don't have the money everybody else has. And I'm so sick of it. That's why I ran in this race right here in the 13th Congressional District. Because of people like Mitt Romney, Lisa Murkowski, and Susan Collins. Too worried about what the folks gonna think of them. And Romney don't really care about what nobody think of him. He just goes with the wind. He just goes with the flow. He ain't worried about no next election. He worried about spiting Trump because Trump couldn't give him what he wanted. Or Trump didn't want to give him what. And you know what? That's what pisses me off about Donald Trump too. I love my president dearly. But he screwed himself when he went out there trying to help Mitt Romney get elected. Stay out of these primaries, because you picking the wrong people, bro. You picking the wrong folks. And it's ridiculous that we have to go through this. It's ridiculous that we have to talk about this, about Republicans staying in line. You can't get a Democrat to step out of line for something like that. Something so important like that. But y'all want to hear from John Bolton. John Bolton can't add shit to this that we don't already know. Nothing. Y'all just doing this to spite Trump and to look good with independent and Democrat voters. These folks don't give a darn about y'all. Ain't no such thing as no independent in this type of stuff. With Donald J. Trump, there's no such thing as an independent at all. You either like him or you don't like him. You either Republican or you Democrat. Ain't no independent. I don't care what nobody say. Can't nobody walk up to me today and tell me that they're an independent voter. You're not. You have your pick. You just want to see who can pander to you the most. Ain't no such thing as independent in the age of Donald Trump. You either love him or you hate him. But these folks like Lisa Murkowski, Susan Collins, and Mitt Romney, y'all, we got to get these folks out of office. We got to quit propping them up, making them think that they high. I believe they think they're the gatekeepers. I believe they think that without them, we are nothing, which in the Senate is kind of true. If we got to lose them to Democrats, I wouldn't give a hoot. I'm ready for it. I'd rather have a out and about, front to the limit, out in your face Democrat than a hide behind a Republican named Republican who votes with Democrats and stuff like that. I'd rather have that. I'd rather have a Democrat holding these seats than Republicans who hold those seats over us when it's time for important votes. I'm sorry, I'd just rather have it. I'd rather have a Republican that I'm sure of is a Republican than a Republican who only gets elected as a Republican. Then when it's time to make important votes, they got to hold the cards. They got to make sure that everybody know they're there. I'm tired of y'all. I'm sick of y'all. And I'm sure the rest of y'all is too. So what we gonna do about it? Get in these primaries. Let these folks know that we don't need them. They need us. And when they do stuff like this, y'all know we sick and tired of this impeachment stuff. The only thing that can come out of this John Bolton stuff is the Democrats, after this, even after all this is done, he's acquitted and everything, is calling him back to the House just to draw up more articles of impeachment. Y'all know that's what they gonna do. Stop calling on these folks. They don't want nothing. John Bolton, I loved him dearly, but now he is a disgruntled employee. An employee who lost his job and is very mad about it. Stop giving these folks our power. John Bolton, Lisa Murkowski, and all y'all some ingrates. That's what y'all is. I was gonna say something else, but I'm trying to be nice. Y'all are pathetic. Pathetic excuses of Republicans. And the people who vote y'all in, not John Bolton, you ain't been voting in, but the people who vote Susan Collins and all them in, I'm pissed at y'all. I would rather y'all have voted for a Democrat, an outright Democrat, than these folks here. It's ridiculous. Y'all give me the money. Give me the money and I will go to Ohio, Utah, wherever it is, Maine, or I will move to Alaska if y'all pay me to do it and run to primary them. I will do my best. Because I'm sick of this. I will primary them myself if I had the money to do it. Because it's ridiculous what we have to go through. It's ridiculous that we have to sit here and with our hands to our heads, holding our guts, hearts beating and thumping because we know something coming down the line that's going to screw us in the end because of these three people. They hold our happiness, basically. And we seem all too content with it. I'm tired of it. I know y'all tired of it too, so let's do something about it. Please get these folks out of office. We shouldn't have to be worried about what Lisa Murkowski thinks, what Susan Collins thinks. We ain't worried about none of the other Republicans except them. That's why we need commanding majorities in both houses to get stuff like this done. I guess that's my car telling me that I done talked too much and that I need to get off of here. I guess I will. Bye, y'all.